Jumping into the number 5 spot of the top 5 best Black Friday mechanical keyboard deals is the YUNZII YZ87, typically priced at $69.59, now on sale for $34.79, guys. That is crazy. But if you want to check out any of the 5 deals in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But let's talk about the YZ87. This is a TKL or 10 keyless form factor. It has a 2-piece plastic shell with tons of custom indents and grooves throughout. Makes it feel a lot more custom, and for 34 bucks, pretty insane. As for dampening, this has foam between the plate and the PCB, IPXE soundproofing film, foam and silicone in the case, and it's gasket mounted, pretty dang solid. For switches, these have YUNZII's own milk switches. They are factory lube and have a springy feel to them. I really like them, and I think they have a nice weight to them with a fun kind of poppy sound. Oh, and if you don't like those in the future, well, this is fully hot swappable with 3 and 5 pin switches, so you can always swap in your own switches very easily. The stabilizers here are plate mounted. They are pre-lubed and tuned from the factory and overall sound really nice. There are some very slight ticks and rattles, but you'll only pick up on those if you're an enthusiast. But don't take my word for it, take a listen to the sound test. And that is how it sounds. For connectivity, you can use this wired with a detachable USB Type-C, or you can use this wireless with either Bluetooth or a 2.4 GHz USB dongle. Overall, the cheapest keyboard on the list for this Black Friday, but that also makes it an easy choice for a gift or a gift to yourself without breaking the bank. But with that, let's move on to the number 4 spot, which is the DAREU EK75 Pro, typically priced at $59.99, now on sale to $50.39. And while that isn't the craziest sale ever, this keyboard used to retail for 70 bucks, so the fact that it's on sale at all is great because they've already dropped the price about 20 or more dollars. This is an excellent keyboard. This is a 75% form factor with a knob. The case is a 2-piece plastic shell with awesome well-diffused and bright RGB accents. This is also gasket mounted with a ton of flex while typing. This thing is literally like a freaking trampoline. As for dampening, there is foam between the plate and the PCB and a switch dampening pad and foam in the case as well. This comes with DAREU's own Dream Hi-Fi linear switches. They are factory lubed and feel impressively smooth for a budget switch. But if you do want to swap the switches out in the future, well, this is fully hot swappable with 3 and 5 pin switches. Stabilizers here are plate mounted and tuned and lubed from the factory, and they are almost perfect with just a very slight rattle on the shift and enter keys, but that's very, very slight. Overall, this keyboard sounds great, but don't take my word for it. Take a listen to the sound test. And that is how it sounds. For connectivity, you can use this with a detachable USB Type-C, or you can use this wirelessly with either Bluetooth or a 2.4 GHz USB dongle for wireless gaming. With that, let's move on to the number 3 spot. And that is the AULA F99. This keyboard is goated, typically priced at $82.89, now on sale for $66.31. Like I said, this is one of my favorite keyboards. This keyboard uses an 1800 form factor, which is one of my personal favorites. And the absolute biggest pro of this keyboard is the amazing lubed linear switches and stabilizers. This truly has enthusiast level switch feel, sound, and fantastically tuned stabilizers. Now, while you probably won't want to, I can almost guarantee you won't want to, but if you do want to swap different switches in this, this is fully hot swappable with 3 and 5 pin switches. But now for the sound test, take a listen. For connectivity, it's got a USB Type-C, or you can do wireless with a 2.4 GHz USB dongle for gaming or Bluetooth. The enormous amount of value that you're getting this Black Friday is immense. Overall, if you want awesome feel and sound, it's hard to beat this for well under 70 bucks. But with that, let's move on to the number 2 spot, which is the EPOMAKER Shadow-X, typically priced at $85.99. Now, guys, on sale for $42.99, but that's not it. at the time of filming this, there is a 10% additional coupon bringing this down to $38.69. That is an enormously good deal. This is a 70% form factor, and this looks and feels like a custom keyboard. This keyboard is solid and feels great to type on, being gasket mounted, as well as having pour-on dampening, silicone dampening, and a switch pad. There's also an LED screen that can display a number of things, as well as a knob to change connection modes and RGB modes, as well as colors. For switches, you can get EPOMAKER's own switches here, and I absolutely love their switches. This one has the Wisteria switches on it, and these are very impressive switches as well. It's fully hot swappable with 3 and 5 pin switches, and there's also a ton of different switch options, whether you want linear or you want tactile switches. So check the links below if you want to check out all the different options, because there are quite a few. For the stabilizers, these are pre-lubed from the factory and sound absolutely fantastic. No ticks or rattle, just deep, thocky, clacky goodness. But don't take my word for it though, take a listen to the sound test. And that is how it sounds. For connectivity, you can use this wirelessly with either Bluetooth or a 2.4 GHz USB dongle, or you can plug this in with a detachable Type-C. Overall, for this price, this is one of the best keyboards you're really ever going to get under $50 just on this Black Friday, and actually with a 10% discount, now that I think of it, it's under $40. That's crazy. But with that, moving on to the number 1 best Black Friday mechanical keyboard deal, this is the TECWARE Phantom Plus Elite, typically priced at $81.99, now on sale for $67.99. This is one of my most, probably it is my most recommended keyboard of all time. This is a TKL form factor. The Phantom Elite's build quality here is immense. This has a very solid top metal plate that is color matched to the board. There's also a detachable magnetic skirt. This is cool because you can take it off, spray paint it, and then put it back on the keyboard, and that way you can actually customize the color. This also has 2 layers of foam between the plate and the PCB, and 2 more layers in the case. This also includes the higher end pour-on foam. Super impressive at its normal price, fantastic at its sale price. This is using TECWARE's own switches that come pre-lubed, and overall these are very impressive for the quality of these switches. This is also hot swappable with 3-pin switches, and for the stabilizers, this has fantastic stabilizer, tone, and just the overall tuning is very good. There's no ticks, there's no rattles, and they just feel really, really good to type on and to game on, especially if you're hitting that spacebar a lot. Very, very nice. Because of the stabilizers, it makes this keyboard feel a lot more expensive than it actually is, but don't take my word for it though, take a listen to this sound test. And that is how it sounds, and with connectivity, because this is the Elite version, you can use this with a detachable USB Type-C, or you can use this wirelessly with either a 2.4 GHz USB dongle or Bluetooth. Probably my most recommended keyboard of all time. It's got solid build, great feel and connectivity, and right now, probably the best value mechanical keyboard you can buy. But again, if you want to check out any of the 5 deals in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But this is a consumer tech review. I'll be posting a bunch more deal videos for Black Friday, so make sure to subscribe below so you get notified when I post these videos. But this is a consumer tech review, and I'll see you guys in the next video.